Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, my friend. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your tarot card for the week of January 4th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, it's okay. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in that description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Leo collective now for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Leo collective? Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to help all of us move forward in our respective journeys. So what is the tarot card of the week here for Leo? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, the Five of Swords. What situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. What situation in your life is calling for you to have logic and clarity? Okay. Some of you are dealing with an air sign this week, or have been dealing with an air sign this week, or just communication has been off between you and someone else. All right, what is this all about here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? Why is the Five of Swords their tarot card of the week? What situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have Judgment, the Lovers, Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Devil. Oh, well, there's the emotional manipulator. Or maybe a little bit of a drama queen, drama king. So I think you have someone here in your life, and I'm going to clarify this for you. It could be a friend, family member, lover. It could be your coworker. It could be your boss, right? And that Three of Pentacles very well could be someone that you work with or you collaborate with. But this person, the two of you are looking right at one another, if you can see the way the cards are laid out. I feel like you made the judgment call. You've made a particular decision here in respect to some aspect of your life that you either see long-term success with, long-term potential, financial abundance. I don't know. You made some decision here that would either affect your finances or your stability for the long term. And then you have this know-it-all energy here that either feels like you're doing it wrong, or I don't know. I want to get more on this. These readings so far have all felt like they were personal in nature. So if it's not your reading, I'm sorry, check another placement. Judgment to the Lovers. Let's do joint clarification. I think you made the choice and you made the judgment call to do something here in regards, like I said, to your stability. In regards to your stability. So financial, emotional, long-term goals, something. Tell me about Judgment to the Lovers here. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Empress. And you have the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Okay, you communicated something to someone and they did not like it. You communicated something to someone and they did not like it. You made the choice based upon your past experiences, because I see queens. I don't read body parts if you see my readings before. So all the queens in tarot exist presently depending on the experiences they've had in respect to their particular card suit. And the kings take action. So there's something here in your life that you decided to do because you're like, looking at my past experience regarding blank, I'm now making the decision to do this. And it might be difficult for me to birth this or rebirth this or create this in my life. Empress to the Ten of Wands, like I think whatever this choice was, you know that it's not going to be easy, but you're deciding to do it anyway because you see long-term success here. I don't know, this could be an X for some of you, where you're like, based upon the past experiences with you, I don't want to be with you anymore. You know, I'm looking for long-term stability, either on my own or with someone else. It might not be easy to find someone else, but my goal here is to find someone else. I don't know. Maybe it's launching a business, writing a book. I don't know. You've made a decision here to do something, to birth something, rebirth, create something here in your life in respect to your stability. And you have someone here who can be a bit of an emotional manipulator, because this is someone who works and uses their heart chakra for manipulative purposes. This person either feels like you're you're doing it wrong, or it's a bad decision, or again, if it's an ex, again, I don't read body parts. Okay, tell me about the King of Wands. This is your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. You're like, nope, based upon this, I'm doing this. Tell me about the King of Wands. I want to know a little bit more here about Leo's energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your energy. Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. It could be, I don't mean to laugh, it could be for some of you that you're deciding to enter a relationship. And this is an ex who feels like, I can't believe you're dating someone already. Like, we just broke up. All right, too bad. I'm still going to date this person. You know, this could be you getting involved with someone and you have a parent or a sibling who doesn't like your person and they're judgmental of your person. Or again, you're just deciding to invest your pentacle resources on a new opportunity or some wish, dream, or goal you have. And it's like either the moment this person found out about it, or for some of you, you communicated it to them. They don't like your person, or they don't like your job, or they don't like your idea, or they don't like how you spend your time, because pentacle resources could be how you're spending your time. Who is this busybody here? Because there is an imbalance here. This person's not supporting you. Now, for someone watching, this person verbally says they support you, but they really don't. And maybe that's also what you need to have some logic and clarity on. Like, you could have, let's say, a best friend here, and you're getting involved in a relationship, and you think that this person is happy for you, but maybe this person is single. So they pretend to be happy for you, but then any advice or anything they tell you about your person, it's all coming from this place of jealousy. So they might be giving you like bad advice or wrong advice about your relationship, or maybe you're launching a business and they've had a failed business, or they have no fire within them, right? No, they want, it's like the type of person that would want a business but doesn't want to put any work into it. And you're like, no, I know it's going to be hard work, but I'm going to do it. And they're like, yeah, you can do it. And meanwhile, every time you talk to them about it, you might not even be realizing it, but they're giving you bad advice. This person is giving you bad advice for most of you. Who is this person? Let's clarify this separately, because this person is actively working here. Tell me. All right. You want to be seen. I usually don't take face down, but I was told to take it. Two of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. This person's not really doing much in their life. I'm asking about their energy. They sit in remorse and regret and grief. They're very undecided, very indecisive energy here in the Two of Wands. They're a whiner. I just heard I'm not the type of reader where you could be a cross watcher and watch my reading, so please don't drop any hate. And it's a collective general reading. It doesn't mean that this has to be you, okay? But if it's ringing a bell for you, listen up. Cross watcher. But yeah, this is someone who they allow their past losses or grievances or even resentment to stop them from their life forward. So this is someone who, in respect to whatever it is that you want to do, they're not very accomplished with this. Again, I feel like to your face, for some of you, this person tells you they support you. They don't. They actually are saying things to you to block your forward progress with this situation, environment, connection, path, plan here that you have. I think you need to see this person logically. There is a power struggle here, whether you're realizing it or not. Three of Pentacles. How do you know this person? How does Leo know this person? And if you haven't experienced this yet, but you know that you're about to do something big, then this is a little heads up for you. Maybe you're a little behind on the timeline. You could be watching this going, no, I don't really think I have anyone in my life, but I have been thinking about doing blank. Yeah, just this is then a heads up for you that this is what's coming down the pike. Three of Pentacles. How does Leo know this person? I mean, it could be for some of you an ex. I feel more like this person this is like a frenemy energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. How do you know them? Eight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Sun card. Well, King to the Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. For some of you, yeah, it could be a parental figure. It could be a parental figure. It could be a masculine parental figure, or like a guardian, an uncle, a grandfather, something like that. When they speak to you, it comes from a loving place, but there's a lot of control. and this person is emotionally depressed. They don't really like where they're at in their life. For others of you, it's an ex. You walked away from them. They walked away from you. Maybe they left you for someone else. That's possible. I got 3 kings on the table. So if at some point in time they saw you as their equal, maybe they left you for someone else. Sun card, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, maybe for some of you, they were juggling you. So whoever this person is, regardless of how you know them, okay, this is what we know about them. They are depressed. They focus more on loss than gain. They focus more on, this is someone who sees the glass as half full or sees it as half empty instead of half full. This is someone who has not progressed very much in their life. Like, they might not have a lot of accomplishments, or even if they do have a lot of accomplishments in that King of Pentacles energy, this one thing you want to work on, they've never been successful with. Why is this person doing this? Why are they doing this? Can I get 3 cards on intention? One more shuffle. Thank you. Their intention. Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Cups, and King of Swords, which is here to the Tower. Okay, their intention here is to be an influence in you in a negative way, like to ruin what you're about to do, like to ruin your next relationship, or to put stuff in your head about your person, or the plan here, whatever it is, you're birthing, you're creating, you're relocating, you're launching. That's their intention, is to take this time, this moment, I know it's like divine timing, the Wheel of Fortune, but they want to seize this opportunity to influence you. This is negative. King of Swords to the Devil and Queen of Cups to the Devil. This is emotional manipulation, psychological manipulation. It borders on narcissism. It very much, I know more than you. I know better than you. And I say this because also the King of Swords is here at the bottom of the card. What situation in your life is calling for you to have logic and clarity? Your dealings with this person. I'm not telling you to cut this person out of your life, but this person is a disruptor. So if you feel like you have a frenemy, or your family is meddling, or maybe your person's family is meddling, you're not wrong. If your intuition has been telling you this, this person gives me advice, but doesn't really seem like they're supportive, or they're passive aggressive, or they give you backhanded compliments, or you're feeling really good about something, and then after you talk to them, you start second guessing whether or not you should be doing this. They know exactly what they're doing. This is totally trying to manipulate you. Like, let's say you have I had a friend like this once. She's not my friend. She's not my friend no more. Not no more. But I had a friend once upon a time. I was talking to her about, I want to do some like YouTube live readings. I think I've only done one since I started the channel. And she started saying, oh, that would be so great if you did that. And I was like, yeah, instead of sitting here and doing the readings separately and then like editing, and it just probably would be fun to interact with people and do it live. And then she started saying, okay, but like then what like if you have to go to the bathroom, if you got to like pee, or you want a coffee break, or you get a phone call. She started putting all of these thoughts in my head. She knew exactly what she was doing. And she's like, what if you stumble? What if you get a block? Because there are times that I go to do a reading and I'm halfway through the reading. I joke about it. I just feel like my direct line of source got cut off. like I didn't pay the bill. It's like when your phone gets shut off, or you don't pay electricity bill and it's like lights out. One moment they're on, one moment they're off. And I do have those moments. I have to be honest. And she was like, oh, what if that happens? What if you're like mid-reading and there's a block? And I was like, she put all this fear in me. She's like, oh, I'm only telling you this because I love you. Fuck you. Like, I saw right through it. It took me like 6 months, but I saw right through it. And then I just slowly, disengaged. There was no big fallout. Did not have to have an argument. I didn't have to cut her out of my life. I just got too busy for the phone calls and text messages. And she just stopped calling and texting. I guess she found someone else to pick apart. But it's someone like that where you think they're in your corner and they're really not. They just don't want to see you do something that they can't do, or they don't want to see you move on from them. So if you're talking to your ex about your new person, I would not do that. I heard an expression once many years ago when I was working on Wall Street. And I forget who said it. I think it was someone who worked for, maybe it was AIG or Prudential, something like that. This was like around 2000, 2001, right before 9/11. And God, where were we? I think I was in the lunchroom at AIG. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm getting lost in the sauce. Typical Gemini, right? But anyway, I said to him, I feel really intimidated for this meeting. Like, I was a junior account auditor. I had no education background on this. Like, my boss hired me and became a mentor. And now this was my first meeting. I had to go and like present the firm's ability to audit their payables, which was huge for this big financial insurance corp. Yeah, I think it was AIG. And I was really scared in the break room before I had to go into the conference and make my presentation. And I think it was just an employee that worked there. And he goes, why are you so nervous? And I said, because they're all so smart. And he said to me, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And I was like, oh, like, what does that mean? He goes, you belong in that room because those people have knowledge you can learn from. So I'm not telling you to knock out everyone in your life that isn't as smart as you or smarter than you. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're turning to this person for relationship advice, but they've never had a successful relationship, that's not the person you want to talk to about your relationship. You know, if you want to launch a business, don't go talking to someone who's had 10 failed businesses and has never been successful. I mean, you could pick their brain a little bit so you know what not to do, but don't put your full confidence in this person either. So surround yourself, whatever this is that you want to do, surround yourself with people, or at least one person who has been successful with it, because clearly this person has not. I mean, that's just obvious from looking at the cards. Okay, let's get 3 final cards for you, and then we will get you advice. 3 final cards here for Leo. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hangman, the Chariot, and the 4 of Swords, bottom of deck Strength, which is you. I feel like if you know who this is, before you go to communicate, because swords are like communication, if you even think about, well, I'm going to talk to this person about this, but your intuition's already telling you, I would pause before proceeding forward with any more communication to this person. This feels like a very personal reading. All of these have felt that way. But if you know who this person is, just withdraw. Again, we don't see an abrupt ending. You can continue the connection if you want without disclosing everything about what you're doing to them. How are you doing? Doing fine. You know, well, how's the business going? Fine. How's the relationship? You know, it's a relationship. They don't need to know. They don't, 4 Swords, everything's fine. Everything's chill. Not really doing much with it. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, you are a Chariot, go, 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 you know, but I don't feel like they need to know. I think this person needs to be on a need to know basis. That's my advice. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice here for Leo. So what situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? Whoever that person is. And you need to see that logically and with great clarity. 3 cards of advice. 3 of Pentacles. Again, this person, you collaborate, you work with them. Oh man, I wish I could get you more on this person. I mean, we have water, we have air, we have earth energy there. Someone you work with, you talk to, you collaborate with. It could be an elder that you kind of look up to as well. 3 of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. This person is stuck. And whatever it is that you're trying to pursue, they have not been successful with it. So I feel like whatever this inspiration here is to you, the King of Cups is very stoic, right, on the exterior. They don't say much. You don't know if they're having a good day or a bad day. They're zen, right? They're emotional zen, emotional balance. So I feel like whatever, and they don't communicate. Like if you've ever dated someone, and they don't have to be a water sign, like my person, he's an air sign. But if I, were to describe him as any of the kings in tarot, I'd say he's a little bit of the King of Wands, but he's a lot of King of Cups when it comes to his emotions. He's stoic. If we had an argument and 5 minutes later you ran into him, you'd have no idea we had the argument. Me, totally different. I'm a Gemini, but I'm like, because I'm a Scorpio moon. You see it all over my face, but not him. So there's something here about whatever it is that you're working on, you're collaborating on, whatever this inspiration or creation or relationship, whatever this is for you, this potential here, this great beginning. When it comes to interacting with this person, no swords. Again, it's expressionless. Everything's fine. They don't need to know the good days. They don't need to know the bad days. You need to stay emotionally balanced and in control of your emotions around this person if you want to keep them in your life. If you don't, you could just send them packing. You could slowly disengage, you know. But if you have to work with this person, like this could be someone at work, and every time you get, you know, success at work, you run and tell your little cubicle mate there, oh, it's so great. The boss take me out to lunch on Friday. Oh, that's so wonderful. I hope he doesn't take you to that Chinese place. Last time I ate there, I had diarrhea. You know, it's like, that's the personality of that person. You could hold on to them, Four of Pentacles or World card. You can close it out, you know. But like, if you have to work with this person, you can't just, you know, don't quit your job because of some idiot. Just don't tell them about all of your successes at work. That's all. This is a frenemy, whoever this person is. Smiles to your face, daggers behind your back. Can I just get 3 more advice cards for Leo? Sorry, this reading's running long for you, but 3 more advice cards. How to deal with this person. 1 more shuffle here. Thank you. Hangman, nothing. 6 of Wands, tell them nothing about your victory, your success. Hangman, 6 of Wands, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. Look, quiet, quiet, quiet. The Magician is mercurial energy. So when it comes to communicating your victories, your success, how confident you feel about the situation, environment, or connection, taking off or being great or whatever, mum's the word. Suspend communication. High Priestess, quiet. They don't need to know. That is a frenemy. That is what I have for you, Leo. What situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? Whatever it is you have going on with this person, you need to be logical and see them for what they are. Again, you don't have to cut them out of your life. You just don't need to tell them everything about your life. That is what I have for you, my love. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you too can become a time traveler. Until I read for you again, my friend, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.